Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I've got an unboxing to do. You're probably sick of hearing that, aren't you? Anyways, this is a pouch of quite a few knives. I can tell by the weight of it and based on the conversation I had with my buddy YD Knives. I know a couple other things in here, but there may be a surprise knowing him, so we shall see. We're going to open it up together and find out. Big thank you to my buddy YD Knives. His Instagram will be linked down below. Super nice guy. This is not the first time he has loaned me several knives at a time. I think this is the third or maybe even fourth batch of knives he's sent me to review. Awesome supporter of the channel. He's got a great Instagram where he posts a bunch of cool gear photos, and he's a really solid dude. So appreciate your support, and oh, I missed. Let's bust it open. That's so funny. All right, in here we have quite a bit of stuff that is really, really exciting, frankly. This is a pouch within a pouch. Yeah, I've mentioned some knives to him over time, just like commenting on pieces he's taken pictures of and stuff, like, oh, that's cool, I've been meaning to try one of those, stuff like that. And I don't mean that in a way of like, please send it to me. I just genuinely mean like, those are cool, I've had my eye on those. And his response generally and genuinely seems to usually end up with him then reaching out to me later and basically saying, hey, I'm going to send it to you. So we're getting through layers. It's like an onion package in here. There's just layer after layer after layer. Let's see. I really want to be careful not to cut anything inside the packaging. Good, good. I haven't cut anything crucial yet. Okay. Okay. Not in yet. You guys are getting to see behind the scenes Bearded Gear knife testing with the Runtley. Here we go. Okay, we're in. Alright, goodness, this is a lot of stuff. Alright, so first things first, this is a knife in here. And because it is so tiny, I'm confident I know what it is. This is something I've actually almost bought several times and just never have. It's somehow even smaller in person than I thought it was going to be. This is the McBee. It's a Spyderco McNeese designed knife. This is the smallest little frame lock I have ever held. Oh wow. Okay, so for the size of my two foremost fingers, it actually like locks in a way that I was not expecting. Interesting. This is cool. Okay, so this is a teeny tiny little Spyderco, and I am intrigued to play with this. The clip is like the size of the whole knife, and it's not even a full-size Spyderco clip. That is hilarious. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I wonder if I can Spidey flick it. I don't want to chuck this across the room. Oh, ow, I bit myself. I don't think I'm bleeding, but I got my pinky because it's an interesting angle. Alright, I'm going to play with that another time. McBee. Let's see what we have next. I'm just going to go left to right in here. I don't know what these are or what order they'll be in. I know at least two of the knives in here. Oh, okay. So this is one of the ones I was most excited to check out. I've had a lot of people tell me I should try one of these and do a review of one, and I agree. It is an XM18. This one, I believe, is a DLT Trading exclusive. It's a black blade, and it's got this fuller in it. I think that's only DLT does that. And it means I can Spidey flick it, which is great. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Okay, yeah, so this is their, I think, PVD coated? Or maybe it's DLC, but this is, like, incredible DLC if it is. Really, really well done. Really cool finish. I had a Zero Tolerance 0562, which is basically the ZT, like, production version of the Hinderer XM18. And mine even was modified to have the forward finger choil added. I bought it that way. And this feels different. It's funny. This one's on bearings as it stands currently. But it is a tri-way. And I think in here I've got the washers and the phosphor bronze and the Teflon washers in here to try out, he said. So this is going to be fun to experience. I know a lot of you have recommended I check one of these out. So here it is. Thank you to YD Knives for making that happen. So XM18 and McBee are out. Let's see what we have next. What is this? Oh, yes. Okay, he mentioned he sent this. This is probably the Microtech I've wanted for the longest that I haven't bought, and I don't know how I haven't bought one. I handled one at California Custom Knife Show for a brief second, and I've wanted one ever since. Plus my buddy Sam has one, and I always drool over it when he posts pictures of it. It is the Sigil, and it's a titanium frame lock. The gorgeous Warney blade. Look at that. And not only is it a flipper, but it also can be Spidey flicked, which I adore. These ergos are really good. Got a little bit of a forward finger choil here as well. This is a lot of, this is more blade than I remember it having. This is bigger than it was in my mental image of it. But man, this is nice. Yeah, it's extensively internally milled. I was going to say this feels lighter than it should, being a frame lock of this size. So, Microtech Sigil to check out as well. I put that pouch down there. I'm going to have to clean all this up afterwards. There's just stuff everywhere around me right now. Anyway, next we have, I think I know what these last two are. I think they're both the same knife, but they're different versions of the same knife. And they are the other Microtech that has somehow eluded me, but I have wanted for a long time, and I hear probably the most good about consistently. It is the Socom Elite. This one is the all black with bronze hardware, which I think if I were picking a Socom for myself, it would probably be just like this. This one is Tanto, and oof. Yeah, the all black with bronze looks awesome. This kind of, these traction points here, I don't even know if these are inserts. They've got to be inserts. Are they? I don't know how this construction is done. This part on the aluminum that's set in here, that feels almost like rubberized ray skin. This is actually my first time handling a Socom, and I have wanted to for so long, and I've heard so many ridiculously positive things about them. Everyone says it's super thin behind the edge, and it is. This Tanto is ground really, really cool. Interesting. Alright, so this is Socom Elite #1, and man, it is cool. M390, all DLC, everything, bronze hardware, and bronze liner inside. Wow, this is cool. Alright, so Socom Elite #1. And there should be... Man, I really am putting stuff everywhere. Alright, so cool. In here are the washers for the Hinderer. We've got phosphor bronze and steel, it looks like, and Teflon. Maybe you run the steel and the little guys. I don't know. I'm going to watch a video on how to do that before I go swapping them, because it is not my Hinderer. Now, last but certainly not least, I think this is the other Socom. Moment of truth. It is. Oh, no way. So this is also the black and bronze version, but it is the drop point, I guess this would be called. See, what's funny is this color scheme, the all black everything with the bronze, is like exactly what I would want in a Socom. And then this one is in LMAX, the other one's M390, but I think I would prefer this blade shape, if I'm being honest. I like aesthetically this blade shape just that little bit more, I think. I do wish they didn't put the freaking rooster foot so big billboarded across the blade. Makes it look better on the clip side, which is funny because it's tipped down. And anyways, yeah, this is intriguing. It does feel like it might need to be adjusted just slightly. It's a little bit off center at the moment. It feels like it might have a little bit of grit to it. We'll see. The other one's smoother, but this one is the... I don't know. They're both the same spec, just a different blade shape. This is really, really cool. That's a thick blade stock when you really... Anyway, I'll do a first impressions video on these two Socoms, probably together. I don't think I need to do separate videos for each blade shape. So there will be some real first impressions coming. But in this package, we have not one, but two Socom Elites. One drop point, one Tanto, both black and bronze. Ridiculous, awesome specs. Yeah, this one's definitely smoother. Interesting. Okay. So, two Socom Elites. And just grab them all at once so I'm not doing this a whole bunch of times. The McBee. That's going to be an interesting one. Definitely not a primary knife for me, but it'll be a fun little secondary to try out. The Sigil. This thing is dope. I don't know what's cooler, the Socom Elites or the Sigil. They're like different cool, but goodness, this is awesome. I feel like when people think of Microtech, they don't think titanium frame lock, but based on this knife, they probably kind of should. This is really, really cool. All right, Sigil. And last, but definitely far from least, is also the XM18. And this is going to be a fun one. This whole batch of knives, it consists of things that I am really, really excited to try out and just experience, because this knife, the Socoms, are both like kind of iconic big tactical-ish EDC folders and have like such followings behind them, and the fact that I just don't have experience with them kind of feels wrong. So I'm glad I get to remedy that here and now. And then the McBee is something that I've wanted to experience for a long time. I've been curious about, and I've heard enough people say really positive things about that it's like really stoked my curiosity. And then that Sigil, man, it's just another one that I've wanted for so long. And I know there's an audience of people out there who know that knife is great and love it already, and rave about it. But I feel like it's kind of a sleeper in Microtech's lineup. And yeah, I'm excited to experience all of these knives. So thanks again to my buddy, YD Knives. I appreciate it so much, dude. If you guys aren't following him on Instagram, click on his link down below. Check him out there. Down below, you'll also find, in just about all my videos, I put a link to my Patreon. Based on when you're watching this, it should be live. Yeah, so I'm doing a Patreon giveaway right now for my Patreon patrons. Don't feel at all like you need to contribute to my Patreon. I feel weird asking people to do that. If you do feel so inclined, there is a giveaway going on right now for people who are Patreon patrons. So there's a link to my Patreon and to my Teespring if you want to get a shirt like this. Holes are greater than studs shirt, or my Bearded Gear shirts. I also have options in long sleeves and different colors, and I've got mugs on there now, I think. Yeah, I put mugs on there. Anyways, Teespring stuff as well. I appreciate all of you guys and all of your support, and I especially appreciate YD Knives. He is an awesome dude, and means a lot that he's willing to send me giant packages full of amazing stuff like this just to share with you guys. So, thank you so much.